All right, anyone interested in seeing what the inside of a fuel tank looks like on a 2008 Cayenne? I've undone the top here. I did a video on that already, so if you want to see it, you can look at that fuel filter replacement, which is what this thing is that I'm pulling out. The passenger side pump and the driver's side pump both go into this filter, and then there's an out that goes to the other side again to the fuel pressure regulator. That's it there. So if you're going to pull this out, you have to undo that side to get that line undone. But I've undone everything except for that line in here already. So that's that. There's the electrical connections at the top, the two ins, and then the out of the filter. And the out goes to the fuel pressure regulator. Okay, so there's the pump there. It's a new style pump. The old ones didn't have that yellow connection. That was a fixed joint. To the left of the pump is the fuel sender gauge. And if you want to undo that, there's just a clip between the metal and the white plastic body. You push it together and it lifts out. And you've already undone the electrical connections for the fuel pump and for the sending unit. So you can pull that out. So if you have a sending unit problem, there's two. They're different. And the difference is identified by the floats. This one has a square float, looks like. Yeah, rectangular square float. The other one is round. I've undone all the hoses in here. So the black one you see on the right is part of the sucking jet pumps lines. So it runs parallel to the sucking jet pump, which you can't see in this video, but that little small line up here in the top left corner, that's the sucking jet pump. So there's a connection and you undo it. And then that black one, so that's the sucking jet lines. They go across to the other side of the tank and suck from there. This line here, the big one that you see going down to the bottom with the black end, that's the fuel pump out to the fuel filter. So that connects to the fuel filter. The one with the red is the into the fuel filter from the other pump. So that comes from the other side of the tank. And let's see, those are all the connections that there are besides the electrical connections. You can see the amount of gas I have in here down there. That's with the tank with a range of about 15 miles according to the dashboard. So I don't know how many gallons is in there. 2 gallons maybe, 1 gallon, I don't know. Maybe a gallon on each side of the tank. If you're doing the job, the less gas, the better, obviously, because you're submerging your hands in there and you're also smelling it. So to get the fuel pump out, very easy. Once you've undone all the lines, twist it counterclockwise, and then from there you can tip it over. That's the best thing to do, is just tip it over in the tank and turn it upside down. That allows all the fuel to drain out of it and gets the hoses to the bottom, so that when you pull it out of this small hole, nothing gets tangled up and caught up. So it's just easier to get it out. And then the new pump, same way, put it in upside down and twist it into place. You'll want to remember kind of the position of everything so that the holes line up properly, but it's straightforward.